Hello and welcome in guys to my in-depth guitar review channel. Today I have a very beautiful 2012 LTD XJ-6 in see-through red finish with Seymour Duncan mini humbuckers to check out. And I must admit, I'm not the biggest fan of offset guitar, but this one is looking really good. Just look at that gorgeous wood grain. Looks amazing with that red finish. Oh wow, baby got back. I think there are two runs of these guitars. The first were made out of alder, and the official video says alder, but this is swamp ash clearly. And what we got here? First of all, we got, oh my god, this is heavy, I cannot hold it with one hand. We got these Seymour Duncan mini humbuckers. We got fixed bridge, master volume, master tone, split, three-way switch, rosewood fingerboard, beautiful. With the XJ-6 inlay at the 12th fret. I don't know what the J stands for, Jazzmaster or Jaguar. We got reverse headstock that is giving you this longer 6th string that some blues players really like. Strings through body construction, comfortable cutaway here. Oh god, this is heavy, I cannot hold it. And I'm really loving the offset body shape of this guitar. Speaking of offset, I never knew what it exactly meant until now. I mean, I know what an offset is, but what does it mean for guitars? An offset guitar has an asymmetrical body shape, causing it to look unbalanced and lean towards a certain angle. The most common offset design is when the guitar's upper horn leans towards the neck. The most iconic examples are the Fender Jazzmaster, Mustang, and Jaguar. I'm loving these names. Offset guitars were designed to be more comfortable to play. The shape is designed to be more balanced when in sitting position, since the knee will rest closer to the bridge rather than towards the neck of the guitar. These guitars tend to tilt upwards at the neck when standing, often making them easier to hold than asymmetrical guitars, which are referred to as neck heavy. Funny thing is, I have a really neck heavy guitar prepared for you for next episode, but I'm not gonna spoil it. So these guitars were designed for jazz and blues players that were playing sitting down basically. The disadvantage of offset guitars is that they have bigger bodies. Bigger body means more wood, and most of the times more wood means heavier guitar. And this is why most of the famous guitar players prefer lighter stuff as the Strat. And indeed, this LTD, even though made of swamp ash that I was expecting it to be light, even though I come from Les Paul heavy guitars, the weight of this XJ-6 still surprised me. Basically, this XJ-6 is a modernized version of the offset formula from the past. Instead of the usual single coil pickups that those guitars have, the XJ-6 has mini humbuckers by Seymour Duncan. They still split to single coils, but the bridge pickup is hot enough that you can do some really nice doom music with it. Let's go over the specs of the XJ-6 once again. So what we got here? First of all, swamp ash body, maple neck, rosewood fingerboard, 22 extra jumbo frets and 25.5-inch scale length. We got the XJ-6 inlay at the 12th fret. Then we got ESP branded tuners, 42mm nut. We got Seymour Duncan mini humbuckers. Controls are simple, three-way switch, master volume, master tone, and a switch to split those Seymour Duncan mini humbuckers. And then we got a fixed bridge. And oh joy, the electronics are under the pickguard. I'm always a bit scared to remove those, but let's do it anyway, carefully. And here is the XJ-6 with the pickguard removed. And the usual shielding paint that I see on all Indonesian made guitars. This is a bolt-on neck. And look at the routing for this pickup. It's a bit wider than the pickup itself, so it was easier to remove because you have to slide it off. The pickguard is tucked under the fingerboard edge here. Unfortunately, those are not wide enough to fit regular size humbuckers in here. I think P90s would fit though. I guess a guitar tech could widen those. They're under the pickguard, so it's okay. A routing here that connects both pickups. And then we have the routing for the three-way switch with the electronics. And be careful when you set aside the pickguard like I did. Those wires shouldn't be tense or they might break and you have to solder on again. And since the pick guard is off, let's go through the electronics. Starting with the pickups, we got these Seymour Duncan mini humbuckers Aunico 5. They're designated SM3N for neck, and they were made in 2012, as you can see here on the sticker. Seymour Duncan laser edge logo made in America, and sticky tape to keep this line dead straight so it can fit in the cavity here. Bridge pickup is also Seymour Duncan, SM3B for bridge, also made in 2012. And then we got the wires neatly bundled over here, some shielding, and let's check out those mini pots, Alpha 500K, the switch for splitting the pickups, Tone 500K mini Alpha again, and the three-way switch. This black ground wire goes to the bridge, and this one goes to the output. Time to close it up. Once again, we have Seymour Duncan mini humbuckers, 4-conductor that split to single coils, and starting with the bridge, let's measure it. It is 11.41K. Switching over to the neck, 6.26K. And if we split those, the readings don't make any sense. The readings are exactly what I've expected. The guitar sounds really soft. Both of the pickups together, 4.11. And I'm gonna give you a closer look of those shiny Seymour Duncan mini humbuckers. They look great with the Seymour Duncan logo on them. Fixed bridge, this is what it looks like. The strings go through the bridge, through the saddles, and through the body, and then you adjust the height by those Allen bolts on the saddles. I've just oiled this rosewood fingerboard, and it's nice and dark. I'm gonna give you a closer look of it. It has 22 extra jumbo frets on it, and on the 12th fret we got the XJ-6 mother of pearl inlay. And I'm really digging those acrylic dot inlays. At least I think they're acrylic. They look like real pearl, but for this price range I doubt it. Fingerboard edge, and we got side dot inlays. 25.5 inch scale length, and let's measure everything starting with the nut, 42mm or 1.65 inch. 12th fret, 52mm or 2.04 inches. First fret thickness of the neck, 20mm or 0.78 inch. 12th fret thickness, 21.5mm or 0.84 inch. Radius is 305mm or 12 inches all around. Comfortable thin U neck profile at the 1st and 12th frets. And of course, if it's made in Indonesia, it has this ugly molded nut, 42mm wide. I would immediately replace it if that was my guitar. Other than that, it's okay. Truss rod adjustment cavity, it's adjusted by Allen wrench, but it's not metric. I think it's imperial. It's between 4.5 and 5mm. I gotta buy a third set of Allen wrenches for this. Reverse headstock, chrome ESP tuners, and this beautiful block leather LTD sparkly silver logo. And we're back with the back of this guitar. And I'm a bit puzzled because most of the websites state that this guitar is made from swamp ash, but the official video that ESP posted on their YouTube states that it's made of alder. But I will not call this alder. Look at the streaks of the wood. This is swamp ash. Even though it's really heavy, swamp ash can be really light or really heavy depending on which part of the tree you're cutting. Strings to body construction, bolt-on neck with this ESP chrome plate, comfortable colorway here at the top. Output jack has this chrome oval plate, original strap button at the back, one in the front, and we're here at the neck. The guitar body is really thick, so the neck joint is steep, but it has this really comfortable cutaway here on the edge that helps you reach the high frets like this. Feels okay. I was really surprised of the comfortable access to the higher frets of this guitar actually. And then we got the maple neck, and I was wondering, is this 1 or 3 pieces? Because you see the streaks of wood that go all the way here, but they are not symmetrical enough. I'm gonna risk and call this 1 piece maple neck. Anyway, what do we got here? Satin finish, small volute, ESP logo, even though it's LTD, ESP branded tuners, even though it's LTD, and we got the QC sticker, inspected in the USA. Really? And we got this ugly directive number 427 here. I'm not gonna throw away the guitar, damn it. Made in Indonesia, Indonesian serial number, made in 2012. And hey, do you remember that we all thought that the world was gonna end in 2012? But we're still here. And this is a really heavy guitar, I mean it, look at that. 4,509 grams, almost 10 pounds. And let's hear how this guitar sounds. Even though I couldn't set up this guitar properly because I was missing the Imperial Allen wrench, it felt okay. It is really comfortable, like most offset guitars for playing sitting down, and I enjoyed playing it. The Seymour Duncan mini humbuckers were interesting. First time I tried those, and the split capabilities make this guitar really versatile. I wouldn't be playing any metal on it anyway, but it's for a different style of music, mainly rock and roll. Definitely not one of my favorite guitars, but I don't hate it either. Thank you guys for watching, like and subscribe, and I will be returning really soon.